Yo, what is up, Crocs and clan members and others who have stumbled upon this video? I am SoresanCrockxen, and today I'm starting a new series for my channel. It's going to be called Life in Society. It's basically going to be like a rant slash discussion series. You guys can input topics in the comment sections, and I'll also be like slowly coming up with stuff. I'm hoping to do this series at least twice a month from now on. I'm not promising anything, because I'm in college and stuff. Sometimes gets really hard and I get busy and I can't do them. But I'm hoping that be able to push this to the point where it's two times a month. So today's topic is actually one that I just recently thought of, and I've been seeing stuff about it, and it kind of drove me to make this the first episode. So we're going to be talking about like labels in high school or the popularity hierarchy pyramid to make it easier. Now, basically, the way this thing works is that when you're in high school, there's like a it, they see it as a pyramid, like where you stand basically in terms of your popularity standards. Now, obviously, at the top they consider the jocks and the preppies, because that's what they're called. They're at the top of the food chain, according to. Now, this is usually this is for America. I don't know about how it works in other countries, but at least that's how our hierarchy begins. In our thing, and then for some reason, right below them, you have the skaters and the druggies, and which to me doesn't even make sense because they're the loners slash stoners, um, which I don't know how they go that far higher. And then you have your nerds and your geeks, and below that you have your emos and your goths, and then the gays and lesbians, all that stuff. Now, reason why I wanted to talk about this is because after seeing stuff about it, and then I've been watching videos, and then people will talk about their life and shit, and then how they say like they were bullied because they were not on the top of this so-called popularity chart. Um, and like to me, this list thing needs to like disappear. Like it just needs to vanish and explode somewhere in outer space or something like that. I don't know. Okay, so the way I see this is, it's basically just a way to put people down. Like the reason this list exists is so that those at the top can make themselves stay at the top, because as soon as you're on the top, excuse me, it's really hard for you to go down. Um, Plus, it's really hard to get up there if you're not at the top when you go into high school. So that's kind of stupid. Now, you're probably wondering in your head, like, he's probably saying this because he wasn't at the top. Actually, I don't consider myself in any one of those categories. Um, and here's the reason why. When I was in high school, which was a couple years ago already, um, I did not belong to a single group. Like, okay, so I hung out with my friends, and yes, we were technically like the loners, but we were centered in like the middle of campus to where people would see us. Like we were like the center of attention, I guess. Like if you were to walk by, like we were in the front of the school and like right in the center. So no matter which way you were going, you were obviously gonna pass in front of us. Um, and it's not like we were totally quiet, and we talked and people, you could hear us. But that was only during like breaks and shit. Like when I was in class, I did have friends who were on the popularity scale, and I had friends who were on like the lower scales. So it's like I was like all of them sort of. I didn't do a lot of stuff. Like I wasn't gothic. I didn't wear all the black shit. I wasn't emo, and I wasn't a druggie or a skater. I wasn't any of that. But I still knew everyone. Like from every part of the pyramid, I knew somebody from there, and I actually was able to talk to all these kinds of people. So I'm like an exception to this, and I know some people are like that. So why can't we all be like that? That's my point in for this video. Like, why can't we all just get along with everybody? Why does it have to be, if you're not up here, you can't talk to us? If you're down here, we wish that we were up there. No, that's not how it should be. It should be like, like the emo kid could talk to like the jock, and they could be friends. Why is that wrong? Like, I don't see anything wrong with that. Or the loner goth chick over here can date like the football quarterback. Why can't stuff like that happen? Because that's another thing that is pushed to this point. Like, if you're at the top, if you're on the popular side, you can't, like, nobody under you can be with you. Like, you can only date those on the top of the pyramid. Like, if you're a jock, you automatically have a chance with like a cheerleader or some shit like that. Like, why? Why can't you date like one of the stoner? Well, I mean, yeah, but why can't you date a stoner? The stuff like that. Even though, like, but see, that's the thing. Like, even those from the lower categories like to center themselves in their own category to where they don't, like, if they don't have to, they don't try to expand. Like, they don't try to talk to other people. Like, for example, I knew a lot of nerds in high school, and they didn't really try their hardest to communicate with the rest because they wanted to stay in their own little world. And I understand, these are your friends, and that's the way you want to keep it, but you're separating yourself from society. And then so, like, everybody did this, and it was ridiculous. I was like the one that was trying to communicate with everybody, which was really weird because out of all my friends, I was the only one that knew somebody from every different category and from every grade, which was kind of stupid. That's another thing. When you're a freshman, that is like supposed to be the worst year. I actually had a great time my freshman year, which is something not a lot of people say because they have to deal with all the nonsense of being a freshman. I actually embraced the fact that I was a freshman. I was able to, like, as a freshman, I had friends that were seniors. Like, that's how great, like, that's how outgoing I decided to be, because I was totally against this whole nonsense on the way society has basically pushed these standards on students. It's stupid. So I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna keep ranting on a little too much, and I'm probably gonna get off topic. But to summarize it all, I think that this whole pyramid of populars all the way down to like the emos, it should just disappear, and then everyone should be like hanging out with everybody. Like that should just be a thing. Because it just feels weird that I was in the soccer team, I was in like the freaking drama club, I had a freaking one that was like for paranormal investigation stuff, and I was able to talk to all the popular kids. Like, there was no, like, I could sit with anybody and it would be okay. Like, why can't that be like a standard? Why can't that be the real thing? That's just what I'm gonna throw at you guys. Like, if you're in high school, just go for it. Just put yourself out there and don't even bother if anyone puts you down. Even though I was like this, I did have bullies, but the thing was that I was able to contradict everything that they were saying to the point where they shut up after like the first attempt, because I was able to shut them up, because that's the way you have to be. You can't just hide yourself in a little bubble. You have to burst out of it and show who you are. That's actually the biggest way to get rid of bullies. I have noticed that. Like, I did not have bullies my entire high school life except for that situation, and I was able to get rid of it like the first day. And even after that, every time that he tried to quote unquote put me down, it totally backfired on him. So just put yourself out there. Take the risk to talk to as many people as you can, and don't put yourself in like a position where you seclude yourself from everybody else, because you're gonna fail in life. Humans are social beings. They need to communicate with others. If you seclude yourself from the world, you're just gonna end up alone, and you're not gonna make progress in life. So that's my 2 cents into the situation. If you are in high school or you want to talk about, put a comment down below with responses. I do want to see where the series would go. Don't forget to leave suggestions for topics. Here's the way it's gonna work. It's gonna be situations in life or just stuff in society that inherently piss you off. and you just want me to talk about it, you can also leave like a video response of your opinions of a certain topic, and then I could see it, and then I could come up with my own ideas for that stuff. So that's the way this series is gonna go. Like I said, I hope to be doing these twice a month, and I hope I can keep up with that because this is gonna be one of those series that I want to be continuously doing until I run out of ideas. So. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. Don't forget to leave all the stuff, like I said, down below in the comment sections. And yeah, so life in society. I need to come up with an outro for this. So if you come up with an idea, let me know. So I'll see you guys later.